Yeah, I saw something pop up real quick.
You did?
I did, yeah, on your little screen. It was like, oh, phone call. I was like, what is that, Joanne?
Okay, it's closed out.
All right, you guys. Hey, and welcome to another episode of Lights, Camera, Live. If you guys are just tuning in, go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me your name. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm here in San Diego. And Joanne, where are you?
I'm in Los Angeles, California, right by Universal Studios.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Does that mean you get to go to Universal Studios a lot?
Sometimes. It depends on if I, buy that Costco membership, because the Costco, you can get those Costco memberships to go to Universal and just go all the time. Yeah. Well, yeah, we do here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, my husband and we went to Universal Studios not so long ago. We had a great time. We had a really good time there. I like that you guys have that there. But then also it's just kind of maybe we should also go to Disneyland. So
yeah, Disneyland's fun, but it's crowded.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so for some reason it looks like your camera froze.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, okay. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if that picks up. So I'm not sure if it's internet upload speed, but hey, if you guys are here, go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, leave the hashtag replay and say what's up. So for those of you that are just tuning in this episode, I am talking to the one, the only Joanne Pham.
Yay!
So here's what's really amazing about Joanne Pham is that she's created this. Would you say it's an online community, or because you even have like in-person events too, right?
Yes, we do, but mainly it is online, and it's great because we can reach anybody and everywhere worldwide, and it doesn't matter what time of the day, what time zone. It's awesome.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, your video froze on me.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Should I come back?
Yeah, try to come back real quick.
Out? Okay,
yeah,
I'll be right back.
Real quick. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, you guys. So this is so in this episode of Lights Camera Live, I'm going to have Joanne Pham, and she's going to join me, and we're going to talk about Periscope, because what she's been able to do is she's been able to build this community both online and offline. It's women supporting each other in terms of live streaming. And so if you've been interested in learning how to live stream, then this is one of the amazing opportunities for you to go ahead and learn more about PeriGirls. Because what she's done is that she's gone ahead and she's created this sisterhood of women dedicated to helping you learn how to live stream, tips and tricks and all of that amazing stuff. And to date, Periscope has been around for about 2 years or so. And what's amazing about her is that she's been able to grow a community that's 10,000 women strong. I'm super jealous about that, and I'm super excited about that as well. So, having said that, if you're here, go ahead and say hi while I work on getting Joanne back onto this show. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, Joanne. Oh, still working on it. Okay. Oh, Joanne said that it updated on her. That's so funny. Alrighty. So, this is live streaming. Welcome to the world. Pang, thank you so much for joining us. Let me know in the comments if you are currently using Periscope for your personal brand or for your business. I already made my confession to Joanne, and I told her straight out that I've never used Periscope before. I've watched people use Periscope, but I haven't really used Periscope for any of my live streaming whatsoever. So let's see here. Joanne.
Hi.
Hi. There you are. Now you're back and you're alive. Okay,
yes.
Cool. See? Okay, you guys, this is what's really funny is that Joanne and I were talking about, what do I use for the show in terms of live streaming? And I was telling her that I use OBS Studio. And she was like, why? When there's like Ecamm Live and there's Be Live and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't know. I just used OBS and it's versatile and it lets me do things. And what's funny is that, so Joanne's freaking camera froze, but I was able to switch the screen so that way it was just me and she could go run off and do her thing. And then in my last show too, Joanne, I had my guest. I was asking her all these questions and she's like, oh my God, all of a sudden I got really hot. Can I go get some water? And I was like,
I was on that.
Oh, yeah, you were.
I was the one who told her, go get some water before you pass out. Because that has actually happened to me. Because sometimes you don't realize how you get dehydrated and your adrenaline's running and there's all this excitement happening. And then you're just going to go.
Yeah. It's funny because I love live streaming. I love talking to guests. You guys, for those of you that are just tuning in, Joanne and I were talking for like a good 20 minutes of just shooting the shit. And then I think after live streaming, I'm just like, I'm good. I'm done. I don't want to talk to anyone. It's just like, I'm good. It's okay. So, Joanne, who we have here today is Laura. Laura's joining us. Hey, Laura.
Yay!
We have Pang, who's here as well. So, thank you so much, you guys. All right, Joanne, it's your time. It's your time to shine.
Okay.
So, I told everyone a little bit about what you've done in terms of building this 10,000 strong community of live streamers. Periscope came out. Your community was like 2 years old. Is it only 2 years old?
It's only about, 2.5, maybe a little bit.
How did you grow from 0 to 10,000? How does that even happen?
Well, basically, you know what they say, Kevin Costner, I think he says, like, build it and they will come. Well, that's basically what we did. Is I was just live streaming one day and I said, you know what, it would be a great idea. Why don't we teach women how to harness the power of Periscope and teach them how to use live video to get their messages out there, and maybe even to help them with their businesses. And people were like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to get involved. And so all these women just started joining this Facebook group. And we just, you know how women are. Women are awesome. They find something that they're aligned with, and they just jump on board and they want to take part in it. And fortunately for me, we get the cream of the crop. These women are awesome sauce. They're so smart. They're action oriented. They've got integrity like nobody's business. It's a great thing. It's a great thing to bring all these awesome ladies together that have a similar mindset.
So how did they find out about PeriGirls? Were they just on Twitter and all of a sudden you popped up, or were you on this whole like speaker tour of like, I need to go on these tours and tell women about live streaming? How did it come about?
It all came about by just being on Periscope, and people, you know how when people find you, people share broadcasts or people will tweet it out. And when people see something and they're meant to see it, they'll be there and they'll come in and they'll join in. And that's basically how it happened. It's
so
phenomenal.
cool.
It's a phenomenon.
It's I think when I first heard about PeriGirls was when I went to Summit Live earlier this year, and I saw you speaking on stage, and I was just so impressed. I was really just like, oh my gosh, there's a woman who looks like me, who is talking about live streaming, who I could actually connect with, because let's be honest, like a bunch of the speakers that were there were mostly male. I was like, okay, cool, you know, and then it was so amazing to see you get up there and you're just empowering everyone. You're like, let's do this. And I was like, what? I need to be in her circle. I need to know her. And I went to your event, but I was still super shy. Like, I don't know, for some reason, Alex Khan decided to sit by me and I was like, dude, like, like stop.
Yeah, we love our Alex.
Yeah, Alex is pretty awesome. Oh, Melissa Reyes is here. Hey, Melissa. Hi. Is Melissa part of your tribe too?
You know what? I have so many women. I can't even, they come and they go so quickly. So I apologize if I don't know. I have got tons of Melissas. I know that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I have to, let me see if I see her picture. See, the thing is that my video isn't working. I'm trying to get to the Facebook Live part of this.
That's okay.
And my computer's like, no, you're not going to be doing this. You need to concentrate on Stephanie. So
that's very true. Yeah, I'll field the questions for you. Melissa says, okay. Hiya. Yes, we do know each other. So she's just kind of like, girl, stop. Melissa, it's Thursday.
Watch, I'm going to see her picture and I'll be like, oh, duh.
Yeah, Melissa is awesome. Melissa invited me to this video reply day thing. And I was like, Melissa, how does this work? I'm not on Twitter as much. And so, again, seeing you at Summit Live talking about Periscope, I was like, oh, I really need to go look into this Periscope. There's like this whole strategy that you guys have. There's this whole marketing stuff to go ahead and make it work. So can you actually tell people what Periscope is?
Sure. So Periscope is a live streaming app, very much like a lot of the things that you know, like Facebook Live, or some people are on YouTube Live, or there's Instagram Live as well. So basically, you go live, and people can then comment or talk to you. It's one-way communication, so you can only see their comments, their words. You can't see their faces, you can't see, you can't hear them, but they can totally see and hear you. So the big difference between just plain old YouTube where you're just watching somebody is that you can actually take part and interact with the person that's creating the content. And that's huge because you really feel like part of the audience, or you really feel like part of the conversation. Like they're in your living room with you and you can talk to them.
Oh, that's so true. And so is with Periscope, is it kind of like, is it like Facebook Live where you could brand it too? Can you do like your bottom thirds graphic, or is it mostly just like it's your webcam and then or your app on your phone?
Well, there's two. It's kind of the same way like Facebook. So you can use a third-party service like OBS or Wirecast, or some other apps, or you could just plain old just use your phone like you do with your Facebook Lives, but which you can't really personalize it using that way, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. And so then, would you say that Periscope is a very... Okay, let me actually share my story real quick, because I had gone to your event over at Summit Live. You had this whole meetup for the PeriGirls, and I would say that everyone that was there was super confident, super gung-ho, and welcoming, and this is very different. It was kind of like any other conference that I had gone to. Like, everyone was sharing their stories, and I just felt like the Periscope audience was much more vulnerable and open. Or maybe it's just the tribe that you had put together. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think it's the community, the Periscope community in general. Because everybody watches each other, they really feel like they know each other, and because they can take part in the conversation, they really feel like a part of the broadcast or the person's life. Mm-hmm. So they really feel like they know each other and that they can put their guards down. Yeah. They know that 90%, I want to say 90% because that's what I see, really, really, they want to hear about you, they want to talk to you. But there's that 10%, the ne'er-do-wells that they're troublemakers, just like in real life, right? They just futz around and they say stuff. So as long as you can just block those people and get those out of there, get them out of your broadcast, the 90% that are there want to hear about you. They want to be part of your life. They want to, they just want to be part of that conversation.
Oh, interesting. And then, so then how do you make your Periscopes discoverable? Is it very much like put your keywords in the titles and then use certain hashtags?
Exactly. So Periscope is super integrated with Twitter. So using your hashtags, people can find you on Twitter. They can find you on the Periscope search. They can find you if people share you out, because there's inside the app, you can actually tap on buttons and share with your own followers or your own Facebook friends or your peeps on Twitter. So there's all these different ways that you can be found. And also there's a watch list, like a universal watch list that Periscope puts out. And you get thrown up in there.
Oh, interesting.
And there's different channels. So it's actually the discoverability is way better than Facebook Live.
I agree with that too. So when people were comparing the different live streaming platforms, especially at Summit Live, and I was like, oh, wow, you could do all of that with Periscope. That's so interesting. Whereas for Facebook Live, I have to create like a Facebook event, create the scheduled link, do all that stuff. But Periscope, it seems like they're just making it super easy for you.
Yes, so and the quality is good. And the thing that really is way better than Facebook is the latency. As soon as you say something, people hear it and they talk, and it's like having a conversation like right now. Yeah. You don't have to wait 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds for somebody to see your comment.
That's right? So funny. So the reason why, I feel like one of the reasons Joanne brings this up is because she's like, Stephanie, there's a latency. And I was like, I can't do anything about that. My internet upload speed's at 30 megabits per second right now. So I don't know what Facebook is doing in terms of crunching it, but That's totally fine. Melissa says that she tends to see that at VidCon, the audience that goes to VidCon is just as open as well in terms of sharing their tips and tricks. Have you been to VidCon?
I have not, actually. I just my schedule has not been very forgiving in that terms. So I usually have something going on, but I would like to. Anytime.
Cool.
Yeah, anytime you can be put together with other live streamers, it's got to be awesome, right?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. So Laura says it's a lag on Facebook and not so much on Periscope. That's interesting. So I'll have to test out Periscope. As I was telling Joanne before, I haven't initially gotten my feet yet with periscoping, and I need to try it out and test it out, which is why I actually joined your Facebook group, the PeriGirls. So What should I expect now that I'm in the group? Is someone going to call me out?
Yes, actually they will. So you'll be getting a welcome, and somebody will be Facebook friend requesting you, and they're going to make sure that you know where to go, because there's so many different activities to do. So it's very different than joining a normal Facebook group, because we really, really want to put you under our wing. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need. We want to make sure that you have a direction that you want to go to, because a lot of people have different objectives.
Yeah.
Some people just want to have fun and just want to have a community of friends. Some people want to promote their business and make money. Some people have passions and visions that they want to see come to life, whether it's like a band or a church or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So there's so many different things on the spectrum. So we want to make sure that your objectives get met. And there's so many different activities that you can take part in that can help you get to that place.
That's so cool. I love how you have it all structured like that, because you even have a leadership team that helps you. I mean, it's not just you taking over the world. You have this dedicated team that is just as passionate about you are about empowering women to live streaming as well. So how does someone become a member of your amazing leadership team?
Oh, geez. Well, I have to say, let me just do this quick shout out, because if it wasn't for my leadership team, this whole thing would never happen, because, corralling so many women together, there's so many different personalities, so many different objectives that people want to get. We need a diverse group of people to help manage that and to help organize that. And these ladies, they come with brain cells like you couldn't even believe. They're so smart, and they're ladies that I don't have to tell them what to do. They're like, okay, Joanne, I'm going to do this. And then one lady's like, I'm going to do this, and we're going to do this. And can you imagine the force to be reckoned with when you have 7 or 8 women that know exactly what to do and they get it done?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. I remember you were on stage at some. Was it everyone that was sitting with you a part of PeriGirls, or was it from other tracks?
Now, we're talking the one in Los Angeles or the one in San Francisco?
The one in Los Angeles. That was all just you PeriGirls, right?
Was that the one that was at the Bar and Grill? Was that the one you went to, or you went to an event? Yeah, that was the one at
the Bar and Grill, but then also Summit Live. You were on a panel, because I was sitting in the very front row, and I was like, oh who is this?
No, that was just a panel. I don't even remember what the panel was. It on women empowerment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, they were different women from different. I think that we had the founder of Blog Her.
Yeah.
She was on there.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, none of those people that were on the panel were part of PeriGirls.
Just you.
So yeah.
That's so amazing. That's really cool. So with 2018 just around the corner, with 2018 just around the corner, what do you see in the future for PeriGirls?
Oh, more bigger and better things. We're actually going to, it's kind of a secret, but I'll kind of let the cat out of the bag. We're kind of wanting to encompass a little bit more than just live streaming. We want to pull in a little bit more of the social media. So we're that's all I'm going to say.
I was like, is there going to be a PeriGirls conference? Because I think that would be super badass.
Yes. We've been thinking about that, and a cruise. So, there's just so many different things. We're talking to sponsors, and it's really exciting.
That's
really
so cool. Laura said, "Oh my God, it's 2018." She said 2018. It freaked her out.
Yeah, it's freaking me out because I'm just watching life go by. But the great thing about this whole thing with Periscope is that not only is life going by, it's a great adventure with all our friends and all these different people that we're picking up along the way. So it's not lost.
That's true. So then where does your Periscope video live afterwards? On your watch channel?
Yes.
I'm so new to this. I'm
Yes.
like basically asking you 101 questions.
Yeah, no, and a lot of people in the audience and anybody that's watching the replay are probably going to be like, okay, I want to know what this is, because it is another avenue for people to utilize for business or community or purpose and passion. Yeah. And a lot of people haven't discovered it yet. So live streaming is it, you guys, and especially, not just Periscope, it's Facebook Live as well.
Yeah. And so are you also doing simulcasting? Because I feel like that's when I first learned about simulcasting at Summit Live. I was like, people really do that? People have like these Archon mounts that have like 5 different holders on there, and they're live streaming on every single platform possible. Do you do that?
I find it a little bit difficult because I really like to focus on my audience. And if I'm looking at all these different cameras, I feel like as if I'm at a party and I'm talking to somebody, and when you're talking to somebody and they start like looking over there to see who the next best person is to talk to, or they're, looking at their phone, you don't feel like they're really focused on you. You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
So that's why I really like just doing the one. I'm sure maybe one of these days I'll branch out and do a dual broadcast.
Yeah. Or maybe just like another pair of eyes is going to grow on the side of your head, and then you can have an eye on each one.
Well, what I really, really liking is that certain softwares are starting to develop a way that they can actually do the dual cast within the one software. So all you have to do is look at one camera, but it's actually multicasting to all these different platforms.
And then does it bring in the comments from all the different platforms into one, so that way you're just looking at one?
I think they're coming up with that technology right now. I think Wirecast, you can actually see Facebook.
Really?
And yes. But I haven't played too much with it yet.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting. So, hey, Tracy. Sorry. Go ahead.
Hi, Tracy. I am waiting for OBS and those people, because, it's a community of people that are creating this software.
Yep.
To do it. The technology's out there.
Yeah.
We just got to get the smarties to get it to work.
Well, hey, I mean, you're the one that has the IT background, so.
I don't have coding background, though, and I'm not a programmer.
There's probably a coder or programmer in your Hart Tribe, so. It's just a matter of asking.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So Laura Lala Key says she loves OBS as well. So, hey, it's so nice to see another OBS user.
Okay, so Laura is on our leadership team. Now, that girl is smart, and she is the project manager for one of our events called Karaoke. So think about this. It's Periscope and karaoke had a baby. So you're actually doing karaoke on Periscope, and it's so much fun. So Laura is the project manager for that. She handles everything. She's a singer. She's got a voice of gold, and she really, really rallies women to use Periscope to showcase their talents, not just singing. So, if you play an instrument, if you do poetry reading, all of that stuff. We just want to get you ladies out there.
Yeah, be seen, be heard, and share your messages and your voice. That's really cool. I really like the karaoke. I'm going to have to share that with one of my girlfriends, because she invested in one of those karaoke machines that has the automatic auto-tuner. So you could sound like a robot. You could sound like you're singing in an opera hall, that type of stuff. And I think she might dig that.
Yeah, so you could actually sound good even if you can't sing, right? Right? Because I know I can't sing. I would love one of those things that would make me sound like Madonna or something.
That's very true. It's so funny because I've never done a broadcast this late in the evening, and I just realized that the sun is going down. So the sun is like hitting me right in my eye. And I'm just like dodging it. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Oh,
there it is. You see it? I was like, why am I all of a sudden like Sailor Moon? Like, what's going on in my head? I was like, what is going on? It was hilarious. It's hilarious. Okay, Laura says that she's blushing. Yeah.
Well, she's awesome. She really is. And I just hope one day that you have a team of ladies behind you that help you with your mission too, and that are so strong and so awesome. And like I said, integrity is so huge, and support is key too. Women are really, really great. I have to say that the women, they love to nurture, you know what I mean? And they love to inspire and to uplift other women. Now, I know like a lot of times women have a bad rap where they think they all like talk about each other and that there's just mean girls and stuff like that. But you empower a woman and they will empower you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, you light someone else's fire and then they'll just pass on the torch to someone as well. And so it just becomes like this big, huge gathering, this bonfire of love and kumbaya.
Yeah, exactly. An energy that is a force to be reckoned with. And I always say that. It's like you put women together that have like minds, that feel strong within themselves, they're not going to tear you down. They're going to lift you up.
It was funny because I was hanging out. So one of my clients, she was saying, you know, it's so funny as you get older as a woman that you become more supportive of other women because in your 20s, you're just kind of like, yeah. But then like towards later on, you're like, you know what? Screw that. Let's just hang out. It's good.
Exactly. Let's help each other out. Help a sister out.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay. So Tiffany Almazan says she's joining the show. She says she needs to go back to watch the beginning, but she wants to learn more about the PeriGirls group. And I think Laura already pasted that link into the comments, Tiffany, if you plan on joining us later. You could be new like me.
Yes. Join us.
You could be new like me. And that'll be awesome. Okay, so to get started on Periscope, I do that on the Periscope app, right?
You could either do two things. You can actually go live from Twitter. So there's a live button. So that will help create your account. Or you could just download the Periscope app.
Okay.
And then create something. All I want to suggest to anybody that's new is to make sure that you pick a handle that's in alignment with your other social media handles, because you don't want to be like Joe Schmo here and then Joe Schmo 2 here and Happy Joe Schmo on something else, because it's confusing for your audience to find you. And in terms of brand awareness, you want to keep it unified.
That's very true. And so then since I already have a Twitter account, would it just sync up with my Periscope?
It should.
Is that how it works? Okay, cool.
Yes. So then you'll be Hey Stephanie on Periscope.
Yeah. Hey Stephanie. Yeah. So then what are your suggestions on some hashtags that I should use?
Okay, well, it depends on what your content is. So if you're breaking news, you might want to do a hashtag news. You want to make sure that if you're part of a crew like PeriGirls, put hashtag PeriGirls so other PeriGirls can find you. Periscope actually has 10 curated channels that they put people in so that people can find them really simply, easily. Yeah. And you can find that on periscope.tv if you can't remember. And there's a little icon that says channels, and you just tap on that. And if you use those hashtags in your broadcast title, they will put you in those channels so people can find you.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. And then, so can you repurpose your Periscope videos?
You can. You can actually embed, there's a Twitter link that you can embed into your blog or your blog or your website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then can you download the videos and then put them up on YouTube?
You can actually use Periscope. There's a little setting that will automatically download your video to your camera roll. So you can have it and then you can repurpose it anywhere on YouTube. Yeah. It's really, really cool. But when you do it that way, you won't have the comments and the hearts. Oh. So if you want the comments and the hearts intact on your video, then you're going to have to use something like ScreenFlow or QuickTime or any kind of screen recording software. Actually, you know what? With the new iOS update, they allow you to do that, right?
Did you do the new iOS update?
I did, but I think I ran out of space on my phone because I have so many videos, so it didn't allow me to do what I wanted to do.
I haven't done it yet. I was kind of like, I don't know.
No, there's great things, especially like emojis. New emojis are bae, right?
But wasn't it like the letter I doesn't work and you have to do some workaround thing?
Yeah, I think they fixed that though. I think they fixed that on the update.
Okay. I always just feel like if I get the new update, then my phone is going to get super slow and then I'm going to have to end up with the iPhone X, which doesn't have the home button. And I was like, this is...
Oh, poor baby. You'd have to end up with the iPhone X.
Well, I mean, I like my phone. Like, you know, it just... Sometimes I'm just cool with what I have. I don't always want to, like, upgrade.
That's true, because I remember when the earphone plug jack thing disappeared. I was sad about that.
Yeah. Okay, so Michelle says the new emojis are awesome. I'm obviously missing out because I don't know what the new emojis are. What's your favorite new emoji then?
I saw a cricket one, which was kind of cool.
A cricket?
Yeah, it's like a cricket. Yeah, a cricket. I don't know. I haven't gone through them all, but that one caught my eye.
Oh, it's so funny. So Tiffany says that she doesn't want to update either. See, Tiffany, you and I are like so much alike. We're both going to join the Facebook group. And we're totally going to get hazed by everyone. I'm just kidding. And then we're both going to be like, no, I don't want to update my phone yet. That's okay. Very cool. Okay, so if you guys are interested in learning more about PeriGirls, there's perigirls.com, right? There's the Facebook group, but then you also have Hart Tribes, which I felt like you first have to know about PeriGirls to understand how Hart Tribes works, because there's all these like different options. So this is like my opportunity to pick your brain, like, what did that mean?
Okay, so with Hart Tribes, we found that women of Periscope, they have their objectives, right? Whether it's business or getting to know a community or whatever it is. With a community of 10,000 women, it's really difficult sometimes to really get to know women. So we created Hart Tribe so that we could systematically create community. And sometimes it's like people have to tell you to do something before you realize it's good for you. And that's what we did. So what we did was we created this system where you would be stuck in, I shouldn't say stuck because that's such an awful word. You would be placed in a tribe with 4 other women, and you would get to know these women really, really well. How did we decide that they would get to know them really, really well? Well, we have you watching their videos every single day. Now, if you're watching somebody's video every single day, you're going to get to know who they are, their personality, their sense of humor, maybe their family life, what their business is, all the different components of what makes a person a person. And it's almost like you could say it's forced friends, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's like Harry Potter, and you're the Sorting Hat, and you're like Gryffindor and Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. Am I just a nerd?
Okay. Yeah, you are a nerd because I don't know any of that.
Because you can totally just pause back to the screen where I said Gryffindor, and your face was like, what? Okay, so everyone gets their tribes, and everyone is there to support each other. And people go live every single day. Is that a requirement?
It is a requirement because we want to keep you accountable. Oh. A lot of ladies are like, well, I want to get better at this Periscope, but they never broadcast.
That's true.
It's like, how are you going to get better at something if you don't do it every day?
And so are those broadcasts, do you keep them private so that way only your group sees it so you could practice, or are they public so that everyone can watch it?
It is public so everybody can watch it because we want you also to become discoverable to other people outside of PeriGirls, because we want you to attract your tribe. We want you to have more people see what your business is, or more people to see what you're all about, or what's going on in your life, not just keeping you contained to the women. Yeah. Now, you can do private broadcasts with your women. It's up to you. But we like to have it so that you are doing it to the public, and that you can gain a new audience, a new set of eyes, and new viewers every single time that you go live.
Oh, interesting. And so when you go live in public sometimes, I mean, you do have to be aware of like safety concerns, right? Like don't go live in front of your home. Don't mention the vicinity that you live in, like certain landmarks or such, right? What are some other tips that you give to your ladies? That way, if they're going live every single day, it's not like, oh, you go to this, I'm at the Starbucks again, I'm going live every 10 a.m. And then there's like creeper.
Yeah, exactly. So Periscope actually allows you to put your location on your broadcast. I always say, like, if you're at home or if you're at your kid's school, don't put that on because that's a little bit too close for comfort. I say if you're in a public place where there's a lot of people around and, you feel comfortable, go ahead and put your location on because that actually puts you on another watch list where people can find you. So it depends on how and when you want to get discovered.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And if you live like in some weird city that nobody ever goes to, I wouldn't even worry about it because no one's going to come get you. You know what I'm saying?
No one's going to come get you.
They're not going to come get you. They probably might fangirl you, right? Like, oh my God, there's,
Yeah. Which totally happened to Joanne, by the way. Totally happened to Joanne when she went to the Femme Argent launch party. One of my girlfriends, Louise Edu, she's like, oh my God, I think that's Joanne Pham. And I was like, what? She's like, over there. She's in the audience. So she was totally geeking out. Total fangirl of yours. Okay, so to go live on Periscope, any starter, like, gear, equipment that people should have? I mean, Black Friday is just around the corner, so what should people put on their list?
Oh, well, definitely they need a mount. Okay. And we all have our friend Erin at Archon Mounts who we absolutely know and love. Okay. And I don't know if you have a special code. We have a special code. If you want to save 20%, you guys, 20% is awesome. Just use PeriGirls in the little code box and you get 20% off anything at Archon. But you're going to want to need a mount. Everybody needs one because you don't want this happening because this is you've all seen videos like this, right? And you're like, oh my God, is this the Bourne Identity?
Oh my God,
am I gonna get sick here? You want to make sure that you are stable so that people are paying attention to you and not getting sick.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, right? So get a mount.
Get a mount. You want to have good lighting. So you always have to keep in mind. I mean, you don't have to get like the $200. White lights and, studio lighting. Just make sure that your lights are in the appropriate place. And you may have to change it, but always remember that your light should always be behind your camera. So if you got your camera like this, your light should be this way and shining on you here. Your light shouldn't be above you, like it kind of is right now. Because what happens is you get shadows and then you get this deep set eyes and then it just isn't attractive. And you don't want lights behind you because they're very distracting to people because people are like, what is that thing that's behind you? Make sense?
That's very true. Yeah, I feel like when I first started with live streaming, I had the little ring light and I would just like clip it onto my monitor and then I was like, oh, okay, that looks good. And then I had my desk lamps and I brought like the brighter LED lights and it was like poof. I was like, ooh, flawless. So yeah, definitely get your lights.
Yeah, exactly. Those are great tips. And it's really, really funny because you start out with something small, something affordable, and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to graduate to the big girl lights now. And then you get addicted and you just want to keep adding to your toolbox because it really does make a difference. But you don't need to spend a lot of money, you guys. Yeah. You could get all this stuff for like $20 for a mount and $12 for one of those little ring lights.
Yeah.
Totally affordable.
I was messing with my friend once. I had, I think it was like super hot in my office once, Joanne, and I just had it on my desk and I had like the wind machine on. I was like, oh, Beyonce. But it totally like messed up my mic because it was all in there. But I was like, but damn, I look good, right?
It's all about how you look, right? It doesn't matter about anything else.
Captions. You're going to get captions later anyway, so stop. All right, Joanne. Well, thank you so much. This has been a ton of fun. I just looked at the time and didn't realize that it's already been an hour.
Where does the time go, right? Live streaming is like that. It's
cool. It's just like, it's always like a conversation, I feel like, whenever I have guests on the show. And so thank you for making this so much fun.
Welcome. We got to do it again. And we got to do it in the group as well.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Because I'm going to get called out. Tiffany and I are going to get called out. And so, what else was I going to say? You just freaked me out.
Sorry.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get called out. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to encourage anybody that's watching that live streaming is it, you guys. It's the wave. And Facebook loves live streaming.
That's very true.
They push out your live streams more so than your regular posts about your dinner or your text posts about, name 3 things or post a GIF or whatever.
Do you
They
see that
love
with-
live streaming. So
Do you see that
go
with
live.
Twitter too? Do you see that like your reach and your impressions are just is there okay, so then on Facebook they usually say that you should go live at least 20 minutes for the algorithm to catch up and whatnot. What's the ideal time for Periscope?
For Periscope, I would say to have a show or some kind of broadcast that's at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes long, at least. Because that's, like you said, people can catch up and, when you get shared out, people have the time to find you. And that's what you want. You want to get those eyes and ears on you because what you have to say is so important. Somebody out there in the world needs to hear what you've got in your heart and in your head. And you don't, I always say this, stop depriving the world of your greatness. You have something that somebody needs. Somebody needs to be inspired by you. So you're going to change somebody's life. You really are. And it means so much to people to know that they're not alone. And when you put your words and your heart out there for people to access, it gives them that connection point, that hope that they're not alone.
Yeah.
It's always that you're not alone.
Oh, you're not alone. Isn't there a song? Oh, karaoke, you got me into it. No, just kidding. Okay.
Isn't that Sean Combs? No, I don't know.
I have no idea. We'll find it. We'll put it in the comments. Laura's probably dying of like, what is wrong with you two? Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you want any information about the PeriGirls discount, Laura was amazing, and she dropped that into the comments. If you're interested into the Facebook group, Laura also put that into the comments. So, Laura, like, virtual high five. You're amazing. Tiffany, you and I are going to walk hand in hand into the PeriGirls Facebook group. So, yay.
Yeah. And ladies, if you're watching the replay, make sure that you just say hi. I want you guys to just type hi. Because we get notified that you came by, and we would love to connect with you, both Stephanie and I.
That's true.
Okay.
Joanne, so wait, when do they get to tune in to your show on Periscope?
Oh, I'm one of those. I'm random. So sometimes you get me, and sometimes you don't. So just make sure that you're following, and then you get notifications.
That's very true. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you had fun with us. Bye, Tiffany. Bye, Laura.
Bye, you guys.
Take care.